This is SuperWhovian Freak coming to you from Malice Corp, and I am just doing a quick little video to discuss some of the events that happened tonight in Supernatural. I am just doing a quick rant. I mean, this is all going to be a rant. For those of you who haven't watched the episode yet and don't want to be spoiled, go ahead and stop watching. But if you have watched the episode and you just need a place to vent, you can come vent here. I am specifically talking about the fact that BuckLemmings, the writing duo that Supernatural has employed since Eric Kripke left the show in season 5, has once again come on the show and just utterly destroyed everything that Supernatural had going for it this season in one episode, and leaves other more talented writers to come in and clean up their mess. And I'm not talking specifically about just the deaths. It's the deaths, it's who the deaths are, it's why they're happening, and the things that they do to the female characters in this show that go so far beyond misogynistic. It's absolutely disgusting to watch. It's ridiculous to watch, and it's shameful that they are still continuing to be employed to write episodes, to write crucial episodes for the seasons. The things that they do to minorities, the things that they do to female characters, the sexual innuendos, the dubious consent, the mockery of these characters, how out of character they act, the fact that you're so uncreative at this point that you only put these deaths in to further the man pain of your I'm gonna say it, I'm sorry, and it's nothing against the actors, but you have these lead white actors in the role, and what you do to the minorities and what you do to the females is becoming absolutely ridiculous. And so you're having these deaths that make no sense because all you want to do is further your man pain plot for these lead white males that always seem to come back, and your minority characters do not. And so it's just it's hard to watch these episodes that BuckLemmings write for so many reasons. They're full of plot holes. The characters, I mean, I swear, do they even know who these characters are? You have them acting so out of character, so stupid, and it's just I don't even know how to put it into words anymore. I know I wrote an article highlighting some of their episodes and the issues that I had with them, and I honestly did not think that they could get worse than the Dark Dynasty episode they wrote in season 10 when they killed off Charlie. And they managed to do that by leaps and bounds tonight. It is probably one of the most disgusting episodes of television I've ever watched. Now, that's different from the Charlie death episode, where I just thought it was absolutely horribly written. Not so much misogynistic, but just in the fact that the characters were out of character, and it was so forced. That death was so forced and honestly so unnecessary to further the plot of what you were doing with Dean's character. And but this episode was just one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen on television. And to treat a character like Eileen like that, you ruined what could have been one of the greatest female characters you've had on the show. Eileen was smart. She was a representing a very underrepresented minority, being deaf. She was a badass, and you take that and you end it, and we don't even get to see it ended. You just do it for no reason. What was the reason? There was no reason. I mean, Okay, oh yeah, all the hunters are dying. Okay, whatever. You could have picked someone else. You could have just not had that. You already had the Mary plotline going, and I haven't even gotten to the Mary plotline, but you already have the Mary plotline going. So why even throw in Eileen dying? It made no sense. It makes no sense. And so to take that character, to not utilize her potential, to just have BuckLemming snuff her out, it I can't even. There are no words. I can't even. And again, I'm not saying that the show is ruined and it's gonna stop me watching the show. I mean, here I'm wearing my Always Keep Fighting shirt, because if there was ever an episode that makes me need to remember to always keep fighting, it is episodes like this. And I'm sorry, Robert Singer, I don't care if she's your wife, she's horrible. She can't write females. Her and her partner, they can't write females. They cannot write females to save their life. It's horrible, 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 horrible to watch. And then we get to the Mary plotline. Okay, so you're gonna brainwash her. You're gonna take two characters in Sam and Dean, and you're going to actually make them fight their brainwashed mom, not a possessed mom, but take that character and turn her evil when she's objectively been sanctified, put on a pedestal by these two boys, and you've been destroying that pedestal all season. Okay, I get that. She's human. She's not the saint. I can understand that, because eventually that illusion was going to be ruined. She's not perfect. She's human. All right, I get that. But to actually have them fighting her as an evil entity, and then you have someone, and I love all these actors. I'm not blaming the actors for this, but I mean, David Hayden Jones is a fantastic, phenomenal actor, and I think he's an adorable human being. And his acting alone tonight killed the episode. I mean, he was phenomenal, because he's so far not that character, and he really makes you believe that he's just this despicable human being. But all those sexual jokes about, taking advantage of a tied-up woman, and getting pleasure from it and getting off on it. I never even thought Supernatural would go there. I never thought Supernatural could go there. And in today's world, I know I don't want to talk politics, but in today's world, where we are seeing the minorities ripped down and brutalized by the White House, for you to come in with this episode now at this time, and you do that to these characters, to these females, when we're already being beat down in a society, and you come in and you make them weak, and you make them the pawn of the male game. There's just no call for that. There's just absolutely no call, no rhyme, no reason, and you really disappointed a lot of the fans tonight. And I'm not going to stop watching, because next week you have, thankfully, two phenomenal writers coming in to clean up the mistakes that you once again had BuckLemmings make. And I'm greatly looking forward to seeing what Robert Behrens and Andrew Dabb come up with to fix what you broke tonight. And so that's my rant in a nutshell. I'll probably come out with another article to summarize some of the highlights, because there were a few good things in this episode that will carry to next week. And again, the acting was off the charts. I mean, I have a lot of respect for these actors. The fact that they can pull this off with a straight face, because I know I've watched the cons. I've seen the cons. I know that they're not fans of these episodes. I know that they have resentments for the way that these episodes have been handled, specifically the BuckLemming ones I'm talking about, with Charlie's death, Kevin's death, this death, the way and the writing styles that they have. There's so many better ways that they could have done it if these deaths are necessary. There's so many different better ways that you could have written them and left out some of the horrible sexual content that you had displayed in tonight's episode. I mean, this is how mad I am that I'm not even talking about the Crowley part of the episode. I mean, I'll get on that after. Believe me, I will get on that after. But again, just the fact that they can do this with a straight face. But I'm so looking forward to the San Diego Comic-Con panel, because I am just anticipating Robert Singer getting roasted by the fans for this episode, even worse than they did when they roasted him over Charlie. So that's my rant in a nutshell. And if you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Again, this is SuperWhovian Freak dropping you some supernatural news, and I hope you guys have a good night.